pushing higher. But keep an eye on this level. This is area of support right now, which 20 and 50 200 moving averages is just right below us. So I think I'll be looking for 220. So for a call, I'll be looking for like the $200. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. If this is your first time, you are welcome. Without further ado, guys, I just want to say you're welcome to the show. This is not a recommendation, it's just for entertainment purposes only. With that being said, guys, I will be talking about stocks today. And what are the stocks I'll be talking about? I'll be talking about the large cap stocks, large price stocks. So that will be the topic of discussion today. So keep an open mind, open your heart, open your mind, and let's get into what we can do in order to make that money, in order for us to make something out of the market, either in the option side or in just plain pure equity stock trading. So the first stock I have here is going to be ASAN, and this has been pushing and pushing and pushing forever. And come to think about it, guys, watch list doesn't mean you have to buy. You have to look for decent area of support in order for you to get in and get out at the nearest resistance. Okay, so it is very critical and very important that you also consider the RSI, you consider the MACD, you consider the moving averages, and blah 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 and blah, right? But at the same time, try to cut out the emotion. Once the emotion is out from trading, you'll be fine. You're gonna really do good. Discipline is the number one in trading. If you are disciplined, you'll be able to get out of your position if it's going against you in order to protect your capital. Guys, also, if this is your first time, you're welcome to this trading show. And if you have any questions or concern, complaints, or what have you, just email me at tradingsuccessshow@gmail.com. Now let's get into the stocks. I have so many tickers, but I will be posting some of them on my stock tweet and on my Twitter account as well. So be sure to look in more details about the information on in the description below. So with that being said, let's get back into it. ASAN has been pushing and pushing and pushing. Guess what? So many people are always saying, oh, what about the RSI? Look at that. We were in the overbought level for quite a while, and guess what? We were just going and going and going and just consolidated after we got to that area, right? And then back pulling to support, okay? Because right now the 20 exponential moving average is the support, because look at that support, look at that support. So for me, I will believe that every time we get to this 20 is going to be support, right? So even if I get in around here or around this area, I'm expecting price to pull back to the 20 exponential moving average at some point, and then support. If it breaks, then my next support is going to be the 50 exponential moving average, right? So now guess what happened? Stock was really moving higher and higher and higher. This is what I call consolidation higher. Okay, we're consolidating higher, but guess what? MACD, RSI is pulling back down. MACD is also pulling back down, right? So guess what happened? We got to this area and then we just gapped right back up. Okay, so that is another thing to keep an eye on. Yes, we are overbought, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that we're just gonna because we're overbought, we're just gonna shoot back down. No, it doesn't happen like that. You have to keep an eye on it. You have to watch it and see what kind of signal you're getting. So with looking at this area, I think we can still do the same thing. Okay, market was pulling back down all week last week, and guess what happened? This one was still making higher and high, right? So keep in mind, volume is also a good thing. Look at this, also volume came in and then we push, right? Now we have volume, so just keep an eye on this name. All right, this one here is gonna be CLOV. This is Clove. What I'm expecting Clove to do is to bounce off this area. Okay, every time we pull back down here, we bounce right off. So I'm expecting Clove to bounce off this area. If it doesn't, I'll be looking at this area as a level of support, which is going to be the $7.50. But overall, I think I'm expecting it to bounce off that 8th spot. CVM, I'm looking at this area right here. Okay, I can also define this area as a gap that need to be filled, right? So keep an eye on this one. If we can break this 12.25, I think we'll be able to push into $15 on the name. For Facebook, Facebook is also following the pattern of the market, SPY. So I talked about SPY in my previous video, so don't forget to take a look at that as well. That also has low floats, low price stocks as well. This is going to be large cap, large price stocks. Okay, so yeah, so right now I'm expecting Facebook to hold this area, which is the 50 exponential moving average, except you know you have a whole lot of issues with the government and all that comes in, and you know with the DOJ and all that. So this area will act as an area of support. If not, I think we'll be expecting Facebook to pull back down to this 350 area. FedEx has earnings coming up next week, so what I'm expecting FedEx to do is to, you know, bounce right off this area. Okay, so this is pretty much what I call a falling wedge. So I'm expecting FedEx to really bounce off this area. Reason is because it's not really too much reason to read, but you know, during the pandemic, FedEx, you know, they did not deliver much packages as they did back during the pandemic. But as soon as we got out of the pandemic and you know things started getting back in shape, I think FedEx will be busy. I expect FedEx to come in with a good number. This will catapult us, shoot us into the 270. If 270 doesn't hold, I think we'll you know pull back down to 265. But the first resistance, immediate resistance, is 265. So keep an eye on that level. Fubu was also, you know, another play. We push into the 30, pull back down, and then now we're starting to crawl back up into the 200 moving average. Overall, I still have this as, you know, a long-term play for me, so I'm not too worried about that. LCID, Lucid Group. This one we've been pushing. We have 1, 2, 3. So look at the gap. So I'll be expecting this gap to really fill on the name. LIVE. This one as well, one thing about this is we're holding the 200 moving average, so I'm expecting this area to really hold instead of pulling back down more. But I'm expecting this 200 exponential, this 200 moving average to hold this area, then we'll push into 4150. Moderna has been, you know, with all these vaccine and all that approval, booster shots, so I'm kind of expecting Moderna to hold this 20. See how price pull into this 20 exponential moving average, rejected it very fast. Okay, so we'll be looking for resistance around the 450. Overall, keep an eye on that one. GREE, this one as well. We did push all the way down to 280. Look at how that really happened, right? But anyways, I'll be expecting price to hold this $40 spot. If it doesn't hold, then you know we'll be back into this range. But keep an eye on this one as well. ICPT, this one right now we are in the resistance zone, which also coincide with our 50 exponential moving average. So I'm expecting price to continue pushing higher on ICPT as soon as we have more volume. But volume is coming in, which is also a good thing. IEA as well. This one we've been consolidating for about 5 months now. So the bigger the consolidation, the bigger the move. So I'll be expecting this to run up into 1450 if we can break this 1350 spot, right? So that's what I'll be expecting. OSTK, I think I talked about OSTK last week. Volume is coming in, and guess what, we bounced right into the 200 moving average, which is our resistance, also coincide with our trend line, right? But if we can hold this $74.50 $75 spot, I think we'll be able to cover this area into the 80 or 82.50 on that name. PATH, this is Cathy Wood deal. Right now we have this little gap there, right? We fill the gap and then just pull back down. Okay, we did push all the way down, try, but we couldn't, and then we just sold off, consolidating right now. So volume came in really good, so I'll be expecting this to bounce into the $58 spot, so keep an eye on that one. PDD, okay, Puff Daddy, no, not Puff Daddy, this is Pinduoduo, guys, this is Chinese stuff. So anyways, $100, this $100 is the area of support for me. I wanted more, you know, to the downside, but we're not getting it, right? So a couple of weeks ago I took a loss on this trade because, you know, it just couldn't go fast enough. I went against my rule and I took call option that is out of the money, and you know, I really got DK really got me on this one. So keep an eye on that. GME, one thing about GME is GME has a very good setup. Okay, if we can break the 220, I think we'll be able to keep, you know, pushing higher. But keep an eye on this level. This is area of support right now, which 20 and 50 200 moving average averages is just right below us. So I think I'll be looking for 220. So for a call, you know, I'll be looking for like the $200 call option instead. You know, I know it's going to be expensive, but that's the best thing to do in this case. Okay, anyway, GAN, this one as well, I'm looking for a run up into the $20, which is also this area, close to this area of 1953, our 200 moving average. So keep an eye on that area. Okay, BB as well, I do like this. What BB is doing right now, we just need to reclaim the 200 moving average. I think we'll be able to push. Resistance is in at $12, so keep an eye on that. Boeing as well, right now we're consolidating lower the trend line, so I'm expecting a run up for the coming week into the 220 222 area. If it doesn't, if this 216 area doesn't break, I think we'll pull back down to the 210, but keep an eye on that one. Okay, AZN as well, AstraZeneca, this one right now we close right below the support level, but you know, we can find support here at this 55 as well. So keep an eye on it. Between this 56 55 is my demand zone. BGFV, this one right now we're really, you know, working the 20 and 50 exponential moving average. We tried to push, but we couldn't because we met the 20 exponential moving average. So price pulled back down into the support. So 24 area is our support. BLNK, BLNK, we have a support here right now. Okay, we're consolidating for the past, pretty much about the past 5 trading days. So $30, $29-30 is our support for now. If this area holds, I think I'll be expecting some run up into $32.80 or $33 on the name. Kara as well, keep an eye on this one right now. I'm looking for these, I'm looking for $16.50, $17 for the coming week, so keep an eye on that one. CGNT, this one is also a beauty, so look for the break of this $28. If this area doesn't hold, then I think we'll pull back down to the $27.50, but I expect more in the name because volume is coming in. RSI is also pointing upwards as well. So keep an eye on that one. PLTR has been a beauty for the past week. Right now we broke out of this area, so my best guess at this point, tap that $30, then we'll pull back, retest this breakout spot, we'll continue pushing higher. But overall, I do like it for continuation. Volume came in, and volume came in huge for the past 4 trading days, so keep an eye on that one. Pfizer is just with all the deal about the booster shots and all that, so for Pfizer, we'll back down to the area where I really want to pick some up, because I was thinking about picking some up around the 44, between the 44 and $41 spot. So I'll be looking for a reclaim of the 50 exponential moving average. ROCUS, this one as well, we're breaking out, so keep an eye on it for continuation higher. Roku as well, this is going to be our falling wedge pattern. See if we can bounce right off, but I'm expecting some form of a bounce. SDC as well, smile direct club, we just gap fill and close right above it, so I'm looking for a good run up into $8 in the name, if not $9.50, $10 on this. So keep an eye on that one. Snapchat as well, I think this is setting up really good. We have our holding, which is going to be our support, as the 20 and the 50 exponential moving average, so this should be good. Keep an eye on that one as well. TPIC, this one as well is trying to form this consolidation area right now, so we're consolidating. We consolidated, try to push through this 37, 31 area, but we couldn't because of why we have the 20 exponential moving average there. Twitter as well, TWTR, this one, look for a reclaim of the 50, and then we'll continue pushing higher into the 72 or even $80 on the name. For you, Unity Software, I think we'll keep pushing higher and pushing higher. Any pullback is going to be a gift, guys. UPS as well, the same thing with that FedEx stuff. So I'm expecting this 190 to hold. If 190 doesn't hold, I think we'll pull back down to 185. Wish, I took some call options in Wish. I took the $5 call option, which will expire in December, so I'm expecting some form of a falling wedge pattern push into the $8 spot. If we get $10, that would be fine, right? That's just a great wish. Zoom, this one as well, falling wedge pattern, so I'm looking for Zoom to revisit the $290, $300. If we can do that, then I think we'll continue pushing higher on Zoom. INTC, this one as well, this is a long-term hold, so I don't want to talk about it too much, but it is for a long-term hold. ROCT, this is a new IPO, so I'm expecting this to really continue pushing higher, but at the same time, I want to really get in for a long term. I just traded it, for the first couple of hours when they open. So other than that, I'm looking for a good area to pick for a long-term swing. Netflix as well, this one is also another one to keep an eye on. We're not in the overbought side that much, we're just 4% on the RSI with volume coming in, so I'll be expecting continuation. If we can break this 590, I think we'll be able to push into 600 in the name, while the market will also be a factor as well on Netflix. Plug is another one to keep an eye on, as we're about to reclaim the 50 exponential moving average. We reclaim that area, I think momentum will come in, and then we'll push into $30, and the sky is the limit. FCell, I'm looking for a $7 spot on this FCell. We tried to push into the 80, but we couldn't, right? But that was the report that came in, so I'm looking for price to really consolidate higher on this one. So let's consolidate into this $7, and then we'll look for a strong momentum to push this higher. I need more volume to really come into the name. That is what I'm expecting on FCell, to really give me that move that I really want to the upside. And we also have AMC as well. AMC, I did talk about it last week that if we cannot get to 55, we'll pull back down into the 41 or the $45 spot. We're at the 45, and this 20 exponential moving average, which is this 44.50 area, doesn't hold. I think I'll be expecting price to push into the 51, and then if that doesn't hold, then we'll be looking at $30 per share. But overall, expect this to try to reclaim the 20 exponential moving average into the 50 or $55 on the name. AMD, this one, I think I'm expecting price to push higher or fail. Okay, the way it traded on Friday, I didn't like it because I have some call option. I picked up the 110 call option. I went against my rule and picked up the 110 call option, and that will really affect me a lot if this stock doesn't push much as expected. AI, this one as well, I'm looking for a reclaim of the 50 exponential moving average. This is a long-term hold. I have some little loss on this one, but it's not a loss, but it's a long-term hold. So I'm still holding this one, and I'm just buying as it comes, because my level of addition where I'm adding is every time we pull below this area, that's when I add. So I only added here. Okay, so if anything happen, we pull lower, then I will be adding. But overall, we cross this 52.50, I will add some more as well, right? So that is for that. And finally, I have Apple. Okay, for Apple, Apple is also moving the way the market is moving. So what I'm looking for right now is for Apple to hold this area. Okay, that is what I want Apple to really do at this point in time. Okay, to reclaim this 50. If we can reclaim and hold this area, I think we'll be able to revisit the 150 spot. 150 is our resistance. Okay, keep an eye on that area because it is our resistance. If we can bounce off this area, I think we'll be able to get to 150 as soon as once we get SPY really going, right? If SPY keep going, I think Apple should be able to follow suit into the 150 area. But if SPY keep falling, I think Apple can revisit this 143, 142.50 area. But overall, I like the fact that this area is holding as a support, so I'm expecting this to hold as support as well. Guys, thank you for being here, thank you for listening, thank you for joining me today for this popular weekend popular chart demand. It is my pleasure to welcome you guys, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you're more than welcome to do that. If not, that is fine as well. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I believe and I hope, okay, hope is not a strategy, but I'm expecting the market to really pull through this coming week to bounce right off this level that we have. Okay, have you guys a fantastic weekend, guys. Peace and love. Bye bye.